on, guys? I'm sitting in a coffee shop right now, about to record the video you guys are about to watch. It's going to be a full raw build out of a backend system, an operating backend system that you can follow along and set up for any client, or even if you have a coaching offer, you can set it up yourself, and you're able to just get a full operating backend system, able to book calls, able to track leads, show you guys all the Zapier automations that it takes, what it takes to actually build it, and then we'll go from there. So hope you guys enjoy, get a lot of value from this. If so, comment down below what you guys want to see next, and then we'll get it going. Alrighty, the coffee shop was way too loud, so we are gonna build this shit at the crib. Super quick. I accidentally already started without even recording, so we're gonna be slightly ahead a little bit, but I'll explain what I did when I was not recording. Thank God I caught myself, or I didn't go through the whole video without recording. That would have been so shit. Anyways, let's jump straight into it. We are gonna be building a new client full backend system. Now, obviously, it's gonna be very bare bones just for the video. I don't want to leak all the sauce, but I'll kind of give you the basics to have, just to actually like run your offer essentially. But there is a lot of stuff you can add, especially with the addition of Claude and stuff. Now you can add crazy amount of sauce to the systems, and we've got some crazy shit cooking on the back end. But anyways, yeah, we're doing this on Close. So if you don't use Close, unfortunately, might not help, but still good value if you're ever going to use Close. I think it's a beautiful UI. Interface is great, especially for sales team and whatnot. So anyways, let's jump straight into it. So first thing we're gonna have to do, go to your settings and statuses and pipelines. So this is what I started. Essentially on this screen, when you click this, you're gonna see a bunch of like default ones, like Close automatically puts default ones here. You're just gonna want to edit. So type form, lead, call, booked, outreach, pitch, no show, deposit, close, piff, and then we're gonna add a few more. So I'll show you what we are missing. So we are missing type form, lead, call, booked, outreached, pitched, with no show, deposit, close, piff. So we are missing green in house financing. Can I spell, please? There we go. I like to keep deposit, close, piff, in-house financing as green, just because it's like, you know, like money coming in essentially. Follow up short term. I like to add this 30 days. I like to follow up, like short term is really 30 days. We'll do follow up long term. Oops. Long term. Shoot, that should be a color. Do that the same. And then you have scheduling. Put that as, I like to put these as like red, so it'll make sense in a sec. Hold on. So you'll have lost, so lost, bad fit. Then you'll have DQ, and then you'll have ignore. Am I supposed to have 15? Type form, lead, call, booked, outreached, pitched, no shows, canceled. Sorry, I'm just looking because I have this shit SOP'd because obviously I'm not going to remember. Deposit, close, piff, in-house financing, follow-up short-term, follow-up long-term, rescheduling, lost, bad fit, DQ, ignore. Okay, cool. So yeah, 15. Now, a little bit annoying. You're going to have to do the exact same thing for the type form. Filled type form, didn't book call. Put that first. I like that first. Outreached, pitched, deposit, closed PIF. Now this is where you change this to 1, and then in-house financing is also 1. Follow up short term, like sub 30 days. That's active because that's not winning. Follow up long term here. Then you have rescheduling. Rescheduling. That's also active. No show / cancel. So no show / cancel, I wouldn't put as lost. It's still active. Your setter can still hit these up. You can still put these guys in an email sequence. So I wouldn't put this as lost necessarily. Then you'll have bad fit. Oops, that should be lost. So delete that. Bad fit will be lost. EQ is lost. Ignore is lost. No show cancel, bad fit, DQ, ignore, and then lost. Lost meaning didn't close. So that is it. That is super simple. So what this looks like, leads. So we'll just make a lead for now. We're gonna have to anyways. John Smith. Cool. Leads. So he'll just automatically pop up as a Typeform lead automatically. So you gotta just keep that in mind. And then if you go to the opportunities, look how clean this is. So it's just boom. It's just super clean. Like you have an actual pipeline. When leads are coming in, leads are gonna be here, whatever, right? Like it's just gonna look super clean. So yeah, cool. This is all set. Boom. Okay, cool. So let's move on to Zaps. That was super quick. I know I kind of did half of it already, so that's why I took a little bit quicker. But super quick, we are going to show Typeform. So I'm using a temporary Typeform since we haven't set up this guy's Typeform yet. This is just an old one we have for an old client. So we're just going to copy link here and just have that open because we will be needing to fill this form out sooner than later. Anyways, create Zap. So your first Zap is going to be Typeform to close. Most basic, most classic one you need. Like if you don't have this, I don't know what you're doing. So Typeform, you're gonna do a new entry. I'm gonna have to blur this email out. I'm just gonna say I'm blurring this email. Actually, well, sorry, same account, but just blur this email out. Continue. Choose value. What form was I doing for? Temporary. So this one, nice. We might actually have to fill this out. Yeah, what did it give me? You know what? Yeah, let's just fill this out. Let's do Jane Smith 201. Let's just do a fake number so I don't have to blur it out. 836. Yeah, boom. And then we will do my email. Bang. Just fake the answers, but you guys will see how this will all come into play shortly here. Boom. Okay, this might take a little bit. Let's answer all this. 5 hours. Yes. Type fake answer. 5 or more. 100% confident. Yes. Okay, cool. Submit. This should take me to Calendly, but we are going to exit this out. All right, cool. So now you're going to want to go back to Zapier. You want to click Find New Records because we just submitted a new entry, essentially. So this is going to be your test entry. This is the exact one we just filled out with Jane Smith. You're going to want to continue. This is going to close. Easy. It's going to be creating a lead. All right, bada boom. Create lead. So, first things first, you're going to want to map the names, right? So, map name is Jane Smith. Now, you can also put the last name, and then direct email. So, just email. And then phone. There it is. Phone. Right? And then you're going to want to set the opportunity status. Is that? There it is. Opportunity status to filled type form but did not book a call. Boom. That's it. Filled type form, didn't book a call. And then you're going to want to test a step. So now Jane Smith, our test subject, should be popping up to leads here. Boom, Jane Smith. We should put a space. So yeah, you can tell. This is why you need to be always testing. Configure. We're gonna want to put a space between that. So now if we retest step, sorry, because her name was combined together. I don't like that at all. Not good. Jane Smith, cool. Okay, this is the new one. So, bang, Jane Smith. Apps. This is great. Opportunities, boom. Jane Smith is in filled type form, didn't book a call. If you go to leads, she is a type form lead. So, boom, our statuses are working. Excellent. And then you're gonna. This is a sneaky one I do. So this you could finish off like this, but if you want to be even better, lead ID. It's gonna be custom. And then it's going to be just a lead ID, right? Plain text. So, title is going to be new type form submission. I don't have my emojis on here, so it's really annoying, but I'm just going to add some random emojis. Just add like a phone or a clipboard or something. Doesn't really matter. You don't even need emojis, like, let's be honest. But just to make it look nicer, obviously. So type form submission, and I'm gonna show you guys what this is gonna do. So you're gonna map name. All right. I think it's type form name. Yes. Sorry, guys. Last name, right? And then email / email. Yeah, sorry, it is type form. I completely close. Phone. Phone. Make sure you write what it's like. It'll make sense in a sec. Make sure you're writing like these fields first and then mapping it. / Instagram. Again, I did it again. Instagram, right? And then capital to invest. You can also add emojis for all these too, like these ones, to make it look nicer, but pretty unnecessary. I like to add this time, or submit date. You're gonna want to fix the date. That's the annoying part, but whatever. That's a story for another day. And then cool. So what is this gonna do? Well, you might ask. So if we test the step now, this is the beauty of automations and knowing what you are doing. So if we refresh here and we click on Jane Smith, she should have a type form submission, right? What is this doing? Well, you might ask. This is pretty obvious. If your setter is coming into the day, he's waking up, you want to make his life easy, okay? Your setter is pushing out dials or he's pushing out DM setting. He wants to make his life easy, okay? If type form submissions are coming in and he needs to dial them, okay, it's as simple as this, right? He's going to go to the opportunities tab. He's going to see Jane Smith. He's going to click Jane Smith. And her notes are going to be there from the type form, right? This is all from the actual form the fake form we submitted. The setter knows capital to invest, the Instagram @ if needed, the phone number and the email and the name. And you can obviously add more fields to the form, but I feel like these are kind of the most important ones. If actually that's subjective, Like you can add some very important fields if your form actually asks more important stuff. But yeah, like now your setter has all the info he needs to go into that call, right? If you're gonna add more, you can add like maybe some of his pains, right? So you can even map, like, I won't do it, but you can map. You know what? Let's just do it. So like you can map biggest pain point, and you can like highlight this, right? So if your type form asks a pain point, right? So if we go to the type form, I forget what questions are here actually. Sorry. Are you willing to call? What is your current? What has stopped you from making money in the past? All right. Or have you ever tried? What stopped you? This is a good one. So now, like, okay, if we retest step, it's like, boom, boom, refresh. So like, there's another one now, right? But now, its biggest pain point. You're gonna know. Okay, your setter knows. Capital the invest. He's got money. He's got the. I got the name. I got the number. And what is his biggest pain point? So when he's going into that setting call, he has all the tools to fucking complete the job, right? You want to be equipping your employees or your workers or your team with the right tools. This is like really important as a backend guy, right? Like as a backend guy or making backend systems, you want to streamline the business as much as possible, right? If you're helping out a client, you want to make everybody's life easy, right? Help the team culture. So this is a very great trick to do. Anyways, very long-winded, 100% do it. And then one more thing you can do if you use Slack or Discord. So for example, if you use Discord, right, you can then send a channel message, right? I'm not going to do this, but you can send a channel message to also alert a new lead or whatever, right? Cool. Boom. Publish that. All right. Next one is a good one. So we are going to create. Next one is. Sorry, guys. My nose is a little bit annoying. So it's gonna be booked call to update status. Beautiful, beautiful. It's already ready for me. It knows. This is great. So first thing is gonna be Calendly. You're gonna choose a trigger as invitee created or rescheduled, and you're gonna want to select accounts. Continue, and then event type, 30-minute Google Meet. Okay, test. Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna have to fill out another. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have to book a fake call. Oops. So let's go with the third Monday. Let's go 12:30. Let's write. Let's actually do the same. So I'm gonna, because I want to show you guys something cool. So let's take this email. So name Jane Smith. Email. Oops. Email. Schedule event. Okay. So what is the next Zapier we are doing? Make pretty simple. Booked call to update status. So let's say a lead, Jane Smith. We're just gonna use Jane Smith the whole time. So let's say Jane Smith is a lead. The setter ends up booking a call, right? So setter sends her the Calendly. She ends up booking a call. Boom, that's great, right? Super great. So find your records. We're gonna use the test booking we just did right here. Sounds good. So if your setter books a call, do you think you want your setter to go in there and manually update the status to booked call? No. You can automate this. This is the beauty of automations, right? Close. So let's show you guys. So your action, okay, is going to be find lead. All right, so you're going to, essentially it's prompting it to find the lead. How is it going to find it? Through their email, the invitee email, correct? Correct. Alrighty. You can also do some other stuff in here, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Test step. Make sure it's all good. Sounds good. You're not done. you're gonna add another step. Okay, why did it click WAP? Sorry, a little bit of lag here. Let's delete this. Gonna add, sorry, now I'm thinking about WAP. Jeez. Updates. All right, so it's gonna be update lead, right? And then continue. So this is super important. Make sure your lead is the ID. Super important. So what does that mean? Because a lot of people mistake this. Like you'll write the contact ID or whatever. It has to. So click on the sidebar and click on custom. Make sure it's the ID. That means it means it's gonna pick the actual ID that's booking every single time. It's not gonna stay to the same contact. If that makes sense. I hope that made sense. And then just change this to call booked. So boom. What is this gonna do? So we're gonna do a full test run on invite B. Test run this. So boom. So boom, someone books a call. Jane Smith just booked a call. Okay, Zapier is gonna go find that lead with the email, right? And then now it's gonna update that lead to being a booked call. Now if we go back, refresh, Jane Smith is now a booked call. Let's go. And then if you go to opportunities, okay, so I gotta change this. See, yeah, this is why. So she should have moved to booked call here. I'm not sure how come actually she didn't. Let's see. So it's just gonna have to be in the update. But boom, right? It's simple as that. Like making, you know, the team's life easier is just, it's so much better. Like it just life is way better. Update lead, configure. You know, I'll come back to this. We're gonna have to just update it in the opportunities section, but it's not necessary right now. I just want to show you guys the bare bones of the zaps. But yeah, cool. Like super cool. She's now a call booked, right? So she's been, and then I'm gonna show you some cool stuff later. Let's delete this note. I'm gonna give you guys some extra sauce that we do with our clients after. And then again, you can add a Discord or Slack here. So you can send a channel message to Discord saying like, guys, we booked a call, right? Keep up team culture, whatnot. Delete. Okay, cool. So now that's all good. Next one is, so this is super, like, I mean, this is super important. Zap is disabled. Why are you disabled? Why are you disabled? Oh. Can I please publish? Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. So both the main zaps are complete. Those are like really the key ones you're gonna need. There's all actually, well, the key ones, yes, but they're like every single one is key. There's so many. Like for our clients, we have up to 15 and 18 zaps, right? I'm not gonna do all that. Maybe that could be like a 3-hour, 4-hour course. If you guys want to let me know in the comments if I should do like a huge course where a huge video, just crash course on literally every single thing we build. But yeah, I just thought I'd make like a small video, right? So this is super cool. So setter, I just made the, like, these are, I'm gonna have to blur some of this out, right? But where is it? Setter, sorry, closer post call, right? So super duper important to have this. If you guys don't have this, it is not good. So let me just fill this out. I'm gonna blur out the names, just you know what I mean, just for privacy reasons. This was an old client. So sorry, let me actually set up this app and explain what I'm doing. So we use Tally. Tally is just like a way to make like short forms for internal teams, right? You have to have a closer form and a setter form. Okay, I'll show you. I'm not going to show the setter form. I'll just show a closer one for today. But that's a separate zap. So this is a very important zap, and it makes your closers time a lot easier. But it's extremely important that they fill this out. Why? You need to know what happened at the end of the call, right? If they are closed if they, you know what I mean, whatever, like you need to know, right? So essentially they're going to give a brief summary of the call, right? Ended in fear, objection, follow up, whatever, right? Did you make an offer? Yes. What is the lead status, right? This is super important because this is how it's going to update, right? So if it's closed but ended up closing, sorry, let's just do that as an example. Cash collected 5K, 5K. Call recording, I don't even know what this link is, but let's just do that for now. Okay, now for the zap, you're gonna do tally. All right, you're gonna want to do new submission, continue, select form. It's gonna be EOC closer, closer post call form. Sorry, we have a lot of forms. Test trigger, right? Now we're gonna submit this one. That's why I was holding off on submitting. Now we're gonna find a new record. We're gonna rename this real quick. Post closer EOC lead opportunity status. Damn, it already knows, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. So new submission. Yep, continue. And then you're gonna want to do kind of similar, but now you're gonna find the lead. So it's super important. This is why we put on the form. Sorry. Lead email must match the one in CRM. You have to echo this because that's the only way the things are changing, right? So super duper important. You're gonna want to choose an event. Find lead. Connect your account, and then you're gonna want to go to search by email, right? And it's gonna be the email that they provided. Whoa. Oh, did I use the right form here? Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Am I using the right form? Am I tripping? Am I using the right form? Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Closer post form call. So you have to check, guys. Post, yeah. So I wasn't using the right one at all. But anyways. Find your records. So you're gonna wanna do. So yeah, this is the one we used. Continue. Find lead. Okay. Boom, /email must match the one in the CRM. Super duper easy. Okay, continue. Test. Perfect. Now, add another step. Hello. Hello, can you work, please? Add step. There we go. Thank you. Close. You're gonna want to do update lead. Click continue. Lead ID is again custom. Super important that you click ID. Lead ID, beautiful, and then it's gonna be custom. New submission, and it's gonna be. What is the lead status? Okay, but it has to be dynamic, like it can't be static. Okay, make sure you're clicking custom here. Super important. Test step. So this should update the lead. Oh. Not good. Okay, I know what's going on here. This is gonna take a little bit to fix. So it's not matching it's not able to update the lead because you see how it says closed here? But on, you know what, let's just change it. Let's just change it just for the sake of the video. I have to. So it's not matching because over here it says closed PIF, right? So let's just keep this as closed, and then let's do the same for the opportunity here. I think that shall do it. Continue, retest. Let's see. Yeah, see. So it just makes sense. So boom, your closer closed the deal. He updated the status. Bang, it is now updated to close. It is that simple. Like, you see how life is just fucking easy. They don't have to do anything. They just fill out a form, and now they have the Fathom. And then what you can do now, this is where it starts to get fucking cook. Let's go. Just let me cook up a little bit. So when you publish this, right, what you actually want to do is, oops, not publish, sorry. So close again. You're gonna wanna search up find opportunities. Next, you're gonna wanna click the lead ID. No. ID. ID. There we go. There we go. Actually, you know what? Instead of, okay, I realized I was looking at the SOP. It's just a lot more sauce that I added to this, but I don't want to add that much because it's going to make the video way too long. So I'm going to stop it like right here instead. So instead, there's a bunch of other steps in the middle that I have here, but I don't want to do all that. That is going to take too long. So instead, what you can do is click create note, and you're going to want to do the same lead ID here again. Updates, and then ID. Yeah. So title, you're gonna want to title it end of call report, okay? And then you're gonna want to pin it, and then you can put the phone, like phone emoji, copy. Where am I? Boom. End of call report. So what is this gonna do? Boom, closer. I'm not gonna put the closer name because I'm gonna have to blur that out, and I don't want to do that much editing. Slash status, lead status, and then call summary. And then offer presented slash offer. Okay, yada yada yada. You get the gist, okay? And then you're gonna fill out the rest of the fields. Okay, what is that gonna do? Boom. Continue. Obviously, you guys know from the last step, if you guys were paying attention, you're gonna know what this does. If we go back to Jane Smith now, everything is being tracked, guys. The closer closed. What was the summary? And then obviously you'd add all the other fields, but now you see the natural progression of the pipeline. Like that's actually how it's supposed to be. Is that you see the natural progression. I gotta fix this. Obviously we're gonna go back to fix this, but you see the natural progression of the pipeline, right? So if I ever click on somebody who's closed, right, it's like, okay, what was the progression? Okay, she was actually a typeform submission, and then you would have the setter end of call, right? Okay, setter booked the call, then the closer closed the call, and now we can just see, okay, and then we can see the Fathom recording, right? So it's all data. You're collecting all this data to be able to make your backend systems better, your content better, whatever it is, right? And then, yeah, that's like actually really like it. I mean, the only thing I can show is, actually, I'm not going to show that. That's going to be a hassle, but I want to show next video just email marketing. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the power of email marketing. We've made a lot of good money from just strictly emails. It is super important that you're setting all this up. But yeah, guys, as simple as that. Like this is literally what most people are paying thousands for, and like a full client, like literally, this is what people are paying thousands for, honestly. And so if you get super good at being able to build Zapiers, now obviously they're not paying thousands for just this. We do everything, right? We set up, oh, that's a lot of Zaps. We set up a lot of Zaps, right? So it just, this is good. Like this is kind of the basics you need. And then as you start going down the rabbit hole, you're going to find out more things about Zapier, more things about close. And then you're going to start cooking up. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of like the basics. That's the main stuff you need to know. And then if you can get this down pat, just follow along, and then you'll have a working, like this is an operating CRM. Like you can take booked calls now, right? And you can take Typeform submissions. There you go. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm planning on making a full breakdown on like a 3-hour, just everything you need to know from top to bottom running a client. I've got a really cool video upcoming with this client specifically. I'm going to be SOPing every single thing I do with him, including webinars, everything, and then I'm going to make that a video and just post it, give free value to the gang. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching the first video. Comment down below what you want to see next, and then yeah, that was that.